Hello from the world headquarters, the Hanging with Herky Empire, quarantine edition.
I forget how many days this has been. I've lost count. Do you know?
I have no idea.
Anyway, Herky is going a little stir crazy.
He's driving us crazy.
He wants to be out on the road.
He has been driving us nuts, wanting to play. It's like 24 hours a day, we have to play with Herky. So, we're like the rest of you guys. We're kind of like watching some television and doing that. He's not satisfied that we're watching television.
And not him.
And not him. So
actually, if you mentioned television, we are doing Star Trek: The Next Generation. We've gone back, old school.
We're just amazed at. I mean, we love the show, but we're amazed at how hokey the sets looked and everything. But back in the '80s, I think, it was maybe the '80s.
Yeah.
We thought, man, this show is high tech. The bad thing is I had been on a weight loss kick, trying to lose some weight, and I had lost 15 pounds. And I think I'm going to gain 30 back again just sitting here at the house. But I have worked on as many projects as I possibly can.
And I have more for him.
I got all the windows of the house cleaned. Man, it's amazing how much better you feel when your windows are clean.
When you can see outside. Who knew, right?
Anyway, that's what's been going on around here.
The trailer is clean from our trip. Because as you saw at White Sands, a lot of sand. Mm-hmm. And it was everywhere. Car, trailer, in the sheets. We had to strip our bed after that and wash the sheets to get the little bitty grains of sand out. Now with Herky, it wasn't too bad because if you've ever seen a dog shake,
poof.
Yeah, once he did that, he was pretty much sand free.
So the nice thing about the sand there at White Sands is it's not wet like at the beach where it sticks to you and that.
Right.
It's more like talcum powder.
Once he shook, it was gone. Yeah.
So we had several questions there that people ask us is like, how did you get all that out of Herky? We actually just brushed him several times and he shook a lot and we got it all out, but he had a good time.
Yeah, he loved it. He loved it. He could have stayed there, I think, the whole time.
Now the car, that was another thing. So it took us several hours just to get our car clean. I mean,
I think we vacuumed it twice.
Right, but you think about it, we lived in that car for 6 weeks straight. So we moved about every 2 or 3 days. So it was the car was a mess. So and the camper too. So we had to take everything out of the camper.
Bad.
So.
Yeah, we totally gutted the camper and redid it, painted our little shelves above the windows, washed the curtains, washed the windows. We did it all, and now it's like a new camper, and we can't go anywhere.
No place to go.
I know. I may spend the night out there tonight.
Now, the thing about White Sands is I think that was probably, I don't know, I hate to say it was a highlight of our trip because everything was a highlight of our trip.
Right.
But we really enjoyed White Sands. I think, like I said in the video, the just the whole vibe of the place. Number one, we found out at around noontime that it was fine to take Herky there and let him walk on the dunes and things like that. So that was a really highlight for us is we could just take Herky the whole time. The other thing about it was I just like the vibe of the whole park. The fact that there's a lot of families there and they're all just sledding down those hills and rolling and
people with their campers there and they had the slides out. They were there for the day. They had their barbecue grills out.
Yeah, they weren't camping. They were just set up on the parking lot for the day.
Yeah, lawn chairs out, birthday parties going on. It was really a neat atmosphere.
Yeah,
I'm glad we were there on a Saturday.
Yeah. And it was before this whole social distancing thing was going on. And so it was fun talking to everybody.
I think one of the things we liked best about White Sands is people were there to be with people, I think, right? Because other parks, they're on the trails, they're there to escape people, reality. And here, I mean, it was just fun. Like to buy a sled was $18. And then they would buy it back for $5, which that's not a good deal. But out there on the dunes, people were sharing their sleds.
Mm-hmm.
You know, letting people try to go down. We did not try because we're old. I mean, sliding down on your feet was enough, right?
Yeah, you know what? We were on a long trip there. We just didn't want to risk the fact that I've broken a shoulder and I've got hardware in my shoulder. Nancy has hardware in her leg.
Yeah. Well, and I've broken both ankles.
So we just made the decision. It's like, you know, we're just not going to do that because we don't want to. Yeah. We don't want to ruin our trip.
Because that was halfway into the trip, correct?
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So anyway, it was just a good day.
Yeah, I definitely. It's on my list as someplace I really want to go back to someday. So.
Well, you know, and another thing, when we heard about it and we were researching as much as we do, we thought 3 hours tops, and then we'll go back, we'll pack up, we'll move on. But then once we got there and saw, it was a whole day, and we booked another night to stay.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I'll go back again. Our grandkids got a kick out of the fact that if you look at the beginning when I'm talking about the place, the visitor center, I'm holding my camera. Some kids came up behind me and punked me. So
our oldest grandson
said, "Grandpa, you have arrived at being a YouTuber now, a legitimate
famous
YouTuber.
Famous YouTuber.
Because all the famous YouTubers."
People want to do that.
People want to do that. So,
however, that young man did not know who we were from Adam.
I have no idea who that kid was. I actually do my best to try to keep other people out of our video, and
especially kids.
And we try not to get any kids' faces in our video. But if you come up and you punk me, it's on you.
Yeah, you're in there. Yeah. So
anyway, those who don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch the video.
Beginning, yeah, it was funny.
Yeah.
I didn't see it because I was in getting our sticker and our book stamped and my bandana and everything that we do from the get-go.
Right. So coming up this next week is we are in Arizona, in southern part of Arizona. Mm-hmm. And what we done was
along the edge.
We got on historic Route 80, so that goes from Bisbee to Tombstone, Arizona, up to Benson, Arizona. Is kind of the route we took. We hit 3 towns that on that road trip that day.
Yeah.
And I think you'll enjoy it.
Bisbee was a huge surprise. Mm-hmm. Huge surprise.
Yeah, we really didn't know much about it. Since we've been there, I've kind of looked on YouTube and seen some other videos of people being at Bisbee. We had no idea. We were just
on the road,
taking a road trip.
Right,
so,
right. Windy, whoo!
Oh
my
goodness.
Word, was it windy.
It was really
windy. But as
windy.
we moved north, it wasn't as bad. But Bisbee is really bad. Please forgive us for that. We did the best we could.
So I think that one of the things you might notice is just a little bit of difference in quality. Maybe not much in the video this week. We had to switch over to just going back to old school like we used to do it with the iPhone.
Right.
Mainly because I have some sound equipment that works better with the iPhone that muffles out some of the wind. So anyway, that's
well, and as we know, the equipment that we had because we sent it back for the
the GoPro. They had some adapters
because we have no
video. They were junk.
Right.
That's why we didn't get good video of the Runaway Rally.
Because he used that microphone.
Yeah, that dongle that GoPro makes to use with the Rode microphone is just a piece of junk. So super dissatisfied with that. So it ruined.
Sent it back in Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah, it ruined actually a couple of our videos.
Yeah.
I had a hard time putting the video together because
the Runaway Rally
it was so intermittent.
Park. Yeah.
Anyway. Enough of that. I'll get angry just talking about it. It was a piece of junk.
You're so funny. So Ed has been busy working on us going live. Not that I want to do that, but if he wants to do it, I go along with all his craziness. I don't know why. I have for 38 years. He is trying to get that up and going. We're hoping maybe by next week.
Right.
It would be next Wednesday evening if...
There's a couple things. Look, I have done a couple tests and it worked just fine. But there's a couple things I'm unsure about with it. I know it. People say, "Hey, it's pretty easy. Just do it." We live in a rural area here, in Indiana. And right now, everybody is at home in the evening streaming their favorite shows and everything like that. So at the time that would be a peak time, a good time to do a live stream with you all, that's when we're having internet issues here at the house. It works just fine, but it does take longer for us to upload videos and things like that. So I have done some tests, and it is a little spotty in the evenings. I think things will get better as time goes on. We have the best internet we can here at the house. But like I said, we do live in a semi-rural area. And so anyway, be patient with that. We're working on that. I know several people have asked about doing a live stream, and we're doing our best. We'll get there.
We're going to give it a try.
Nancy's a little bit worried about it because she doesn't have time to rehearse answers.
Well, not only that, what if nobody shows up?
Well, if nobody shows up for the live stream,
talk to each other.
Talk to each other, and nobody will know that we failed at it.
Well, yeah, our kids, they'll tune in.
Hey, we hit a milestone this week. We hit 1,300 subscribers on our channel.
And when we hit 1,500, we have giveaways, which Ed will do. I don't know. You'll do some kind of little blurb about it later, right?
Yeah, when we get closer to 1,500.
Right. And in that, he'll explain how we got all these, because we have several, and it's from a company called Rustic Cuff, and it's just all kinds of bracelets that she gave us to give away when we hit a milestone.
Yeah, so
I met the owner.
So the folks at Rustic Cuff are fans of hanging with Erky?
Yeah, and I met the owner at one of her new stores in Florida. So anyway, but we'll tell you all about that and show you the new store, and it's just, she's an amazing woman. Anyway, so we have several bracelets, and Ed's going to figure out how we're going to give these away, but when we hit 1,500...
We're going to have just kind of a random drawing, and we're going to give away some nice bling.
Bling. So sorry, men. Gerald may not want one.
He might not. Hey, give us a hand if when I look at the YouTube analytics, about 70% of the people that watch our videos are not subscribers of our channel.
Well, we never ask.
We never ask. You notice I don't start my videos with ring that bell or subscribe or anything like that.
Thumbs up.
But
nothing.
if you do those things,
Eli,
it does help us with in the YouTube algorithm. So because nobody wants to have a YouTube channel that doesn't succeed, right? So you can help us succeed by subscribing, and also
we get no money.
Our channel's not monetized.
No.
We're not. That's not the direction we're headed anyway.
No.
So if you would hit subscribe to that button, and then watch here in a few weeks when we get close to 1,500, we're going to throw a party and see what that brings. But for those of you that have been with us from the very beginning, I really appreciate it. We got a friend out in the Midwest named Papa D that's been commenting on our videos since we were had 25 videos or something like that. Back in the day, I put up a video and maybe get 2 or 3 views
but he was one
in a week, but he was one of them.
Yeah.
So hey, we just really appreciate D for hanging in with us and giving us some tips along the way. But anyway, watch for this to come up here in just a few weeks, because I think we're sneaking up on 1,500.
Not only new subscribers can enter to win these.
Oh, right.
Right.
I've got a plan.
Okay, Ed has a plan. So old and new can be entered into this drawing.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're sneaking up on our 15-minute mark here for our midweek chat.
Not only that, we're sneaking up on our 2-year.
Oh my goodness, I know.
Next month.
Next month will be 2 years on YouTube.
That we've been doing this craziness.
Started out as something that just for fun to do for our grandkids. Our grandkids love travel videos. So
I don't think they love us as much as they do some of the other ones.
We started making our own just so they would see us. And
they like Tim Tracker better.
Somehow we started gaining a bunch of subscribers. I think it's Herky's charm.
Yes, everybody loves our boy.
So anyway, thanks for joining us today and for following along. But right now,
It's time to play with this dog. Here we go.
see you next week.